Hate's a strong word, but I think it's appropriate. Makaze and Cindy making their way down the ramp.
Moseying on down here to the ring here in Cape Girardeau for August Heat.
Oh, we forgot the show. To find out more about GCW, you can always go to www.gatewaywrestling.com.
Or you could, like, get out from in front of your computer screens and actually go to a show.
Yes.
Makaze with that samurai sword and Cindy in tow here. What do the bookers have in store for Makaze tonight? Who's he taking on?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the long intro to finish.
Yes, he is taking his sweet time out there, but can you blame him?
Well, I would take my sweet time with Cindy too, but you know, that's a different story.
That's another story, another can of worms, a horse of a whole different color, if you will.
And a whole different video.
Not sure exactly what you're alluding to, but there you see referee Jim Aggie in the ring. Jim Aggie, the absolute palate of a professional wrestling referee.
What a boner.
Yes, that he is too.
Makaze finally graces us with a ring appearance.
Yeah, hit him. See, here he said Bad Street. I was expecting one of the Freebirds, but here we go, one better. We got ourselves an old school warrior. It's Chaz Wesson.
Well, I'm glad to see that Chaz has finally moved from the mean streets.
That's no part of town for him to be living in. There you see Chaz in his shiny jacket on the way out to the ring. He's all business tonight here in Cape Girardeau.
You know what the requirements is to live on Bad Street?
I'm not exactly sure. Could you fill us in, Ben?
78 Trans Am and a mullet.
Well, he's definitely got both of those. And some to spare.
Crowd showing their lack of love for Makaze.
Something of a mismatch here. Chaz Wesson has got an experience, size, and I don't know, just about every other advantage I could possibly think of. Makaze is very sneaky. Very sneaky.
Plus, he's got eye candy on the outsides. You know, Chaz is a ladies' man.
And not to mention that big-ass samurai sword. That could spell defeat for, well, just about anyone. Even a Highlander.
There can only be one.
Are you alluding to the fact that Chaz Wesson is, in fact, a Highlander?
I'm alluding to the fact that he's the only one left from Old School Warriors.
Okay, because I think Highlander would have been a much better gimmick for him.
He's not Scottish, but he does wear a dress every once in a while from what I've heard.
Ooh. Making accusations into the personal life of Chaz Wesson here.
No, I just said I heard. You're the one making the accusations.
Hey, you said it. Now, you know, to the what's the word I'm looking for here? To the common man, that may look like Chaz Wesson just tripped and fell on his face when in fact it was Cindy on the outside pulling his foot out from underneath him. That's the advantage you were speaking of earlier, Ben, with having Cindy out there as both eye candy and as a sort of an X factor in this match, so to speak.
Makaze eats babies.
Only on weekends, folks.
Didn't know that was on the menu.
Counters that waistlock into a powerful hip toss, and Makaze cowering in the corner like the cowering little coward he is.
Well, they told him not to touch the mullet, and that's the price you pay.
Yeah, I could have told you that. You do not go near that mullet. You're asking for it then. Nobody said anything about that bread basket, though, which Makaze's working over in the corner now. Suplex is a much larger foe. But he's got to hook a leg or an arm or both or neither. Or, oh, wait, he did neither. But he's got to hook more than that if he's going to hope to get a pinfall over Chaz Wesson, the grizzled veteran here.
You said grizzled.
I sure did.
For shizzle.
No, see, that's not ghetto slang. Grizzled is an actual word. You know what else is? Back suplex. And that's what that was.
You know what? Chaz is old enough to know Carney, but I just don't think he does.
Okay, let me get this straight now. This dude's a Carney, a Highlander, and he wears women's clothing in his free time.
And he can throw drop kicks like Superman because he gets way up there.
That he did. Plants Makaze right in the face with those size 27 feet. Or maybe smaller than that. I don't know. I could be exaggerating, folks.
Big standing suplex, making Makaze think about the impact that he's getting ready to feel.
Absolutely. All the blood rushing to his head and just getting disoriented.
What if he goes all the way to the horns?
You know, I don't know. I never thought to ask.
Because usually you're getting your ass kicked so bad from Makaze you can't say anything.
Yeah, but you got to admit, I do take a good ass kicking.
Yeah.
As you'll see later on tonight, folks. But not right now, because we got Chaz Wesson trying to twist off Makaze's head like the top of a jar.
You know, he wasn't trying to take the mask off. He was literally trying to take the head off the shoulders.
Well, of course not, because Chaz Wesson's a respectful individual in that ring, but if you cross him, he will beat the tar out of you, as you are seeing right now.
Big heel throw out of the corner.
Don't see too many of those anymore, but that's old school for you.
You know what you don't see anymore?
What's
people that would even know what that's called.
That you don't. True wrestling scholars like, well, myself, and that's about it.
Well, you know, Roy Swatner could go toe-to-toe with you on
Roy Swatner and I are absolute parallel when it comes to wrestling, stupid trivia, knowledge, information, names of moves.
Well, now you're going to go trivia and knowledge. Now it's Patrick and White Chocolate versus Billy McNeil and Roy Swatner.
Okay, we would, like, squash them like a bug, if that's... Yeah, I'd say that's an appropriate analogy.
So you're calling Patrick and White Chocolate bugs, cockroaches, ants, spiders.
For the sake of our purposes here, yes. Hurricane Rana by Makaze. He looks just as dazed as Chaz after that one, though.
I think he's confused by the mullet.
It is a beautiful and magnanimous sight there, I must agree, but...
I guess in Japan that would be like a helmet, and he's kind of scared to hit it.
He's wearing a helmet himself, well, a mask, which is practically a helmet.
Cindy throwing in the chair, Makaze throwing it back out.
Checking the chair, making sure it's good and reinforced, and sending it back to the outside for someone to sit in. Makaze, ever the gentleman.
Small package.
Only got one of the legs hooked there, though. Northern Light, no, excuse me. Tsunami Plex. Makaze muscling his much larger foe over. Only good enough for a 2 count from referee Jim Aggie. Makaze applauding the refereeing skills of Jim Aggie.
But you got to applaud both these guys because, you know, pretty much both known for breaking the rules, but it's been a fairly clean match.
That it has. Makaze even had the opportunity to involve some foul play and decided against it. The mullet cutter, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Surprisingly clean contest from these two. One cleanly by Chaz Wesson after the mullet cutter. Appears to be some dissension here between Makaze and Cindy.
Where have you been, Billy? It's been like this for months.
Living under a rock, that's where I've been. What's Chaz Wesson thinking here? Post-match beatdown, perhaps? Makaze rolls into what? What's going on here? And a show of sportsmanship by both men here tonight, and Cindy's absolutely livid about it.
The only thing she wants to see is a paycheck.
And you're not going to see that.